Stinger's always... Oh, yeah, you can hear it happening in the background. The stingers always struggle once I actually start recording. If I hit this, will that... Uh-oh. Hang on, I broke something over here. There we go. Sorry, doing things in the background. You know, I hit the button that says, hey, tell everybody 10 minutes to go time, and it tells me 10 minutes to go time, and then I get into something that's like right beside me. It's like, okay, I'll get this done, and then it's go time. And then next thing you know, 10 minutes is here, and I didn't do the prep things that I needed to do for go time. But you know what? That's fine, because we're here. It's go time. Hey, hello, and welcome, everyone, to another day Saturday night stream. No, not Saturn. Like Saturn? Like... I took one sip of the red juice. I take 2 sips of the red juice, and this is how I'm doing. Hi. How's everybody doing this weekend? We're here. We're back. I am in a surprisingly chatty mood. Been like that all week. Couldn't be better. Hey, what's up, Sierra? Yeah, we're still playing Chicory. We're going to make it through this. I cannot wait to get through this. I have no idea how long this game is. Today I did something special. I drew something, but more importantly, I forgot to unplug my tablet, so I actually have... actually, let me just throw this in, because I already said what we're doing. Whee! Hello. There we go. I left my tablet hooked up, so I have my tablet over here, so I can be like, uh-oh. Can I remember any of these buttons again? Will it let me do... Oh no, didn't we end in that weird black and white mirror fight with ourselves? I don't know. That was last week. But yeah, so I'm going to try playing with this tonight and see what that do. I feel like it's a little out of spirit. Chapter 5, The Source. Dang, we might actually be getting near the end of this. Okay. That's not good. Every time in the past that we've finished a boss, it went away. This one's here. The brush. Powered up. Your bond with the brush. You can now swim up vertical surfaces. Okay, yeah. Swim. Right. We're into Bugtown, the thing. That's why it's green. Okay. Yes, now I have my colors back, so that would be why. Oh, right. We got jumps. Man. I forgot about last time. So if I just zoop. Or am I really going too fast for it? Actually, that's true. I don't need my hand on the regular mouse at all, because all you do is... yeah, so it's going to be like only these ones with the... This is going to be the hard part, because to make that work right, you need to hold it still. As soon as you move it, it stops filling. Okay. Oh, there's a little bug guy. Excuse me. Did you take care of that black tangle? Yep. Okay, because it would appear that, in fact, nothing has actually changed or improved. Well, thanks for your help. You might want to talk to the queen before you leave. Crinium? I don't think that's a food, but I did say Okay, let's see here. Talk to the queen. Queen is in here. I do feel like now that we have this wall ride... Wait, can I just... I could probably go fast like this. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Faster or slower, who knows? Quercus? Oh, is that you there, Prudus? Mm-hmm. I'm so happy to see you paired up with a wielder. Prunus is a really big wielder fan. Did you know? Why, he always used to say, I'm sorry. I don't want to translate that. She's being really embarrassing. That's cute. That's cute. I love when it's like like it's cool, right? Because it's sort of a half unreliable narrator thing. It's like, no, actually, our narrator's pretty reliable, but there's not really a narrator, but the idea of there's somebody here who is who we are relying on for communication is like a character, and they can be unreliable. Sorry, I've never seen anything like you. Hey, same buddy. Fritillaria. Nope. I don't know words, it turns out. I love this dude. Wallenbergia. Don't worry, I'll talk to the queen, but now that we can climb up walls, I have to see about climbing up walls. Oh, we didn't even go over here. Okay. Well, I'm not going to check out that whole zone yet. Isn't there also, like, a present somewhere? Oops. Right, we have a map. No, we're inside a cave, so the map won't work. Right, okay, cool. Nope, this is the way we came in. Okay. Down here is something we haven't dealt with yet. Ooh. Oh, this ain't gonna work the way I wanted to, huh? What would we want to look at here? Is this like an apartment building, you think? Because there's all these little down zones. They got some other folks in them. Like this one. Ah, here we go. There's some trash. Yes, I can just go fast. I can just scribble. Do you know what this place is? When we reach a certain age, bugs come here to go into a hole for a while. I would love a place like that. While we're down there, we change and grow. It's how we become adults. The majesty of life and growth is here before us. Huh. We have a period like that too. I wouldn't call it magical though. Oh my god. I did spend a lot of time curled up in a dark hole during that period though. I have to agree. Damn. A cave condo. Trash. Oh right, I did find a place where you turn into trash and you get plants. Oh, I can't do it. I don't want to leave. Please don't make me. All right, Cordia. No, listen. It's got to be at your own pace. I'm not here to force anybody. If you have the opportunity to not leave yet and you know, to do what you need to do to become ready, you know, I'm glad you have it. Not everyone gets that opportunity. Okay, let's see here. Right, the queen. She's great. What color is the queen? Yeah, the queen should definitely be bright pink because she's great. Oh, she thinks we're cute. Man, you take 2 weeks off from a game and you forget everything. Oh God, what was her voice? I remember it hurt. Taking a look at these roots yet, dearie? Sure did. Sure did. God. Pizza's tone coming out of fighting with themselves right now is so... Like, they are becoming, like, neutral. They are becoming short. It is very, like... their lack of saying things is saying a lot. It's whew. But they haven't gone away. No. Come to think of it, whenever I do go into one of these spooky trees, they never actually go away. Oh, I thought they had been. They just close up. Ah! I think I'm doing Cobra Commander. I don't think that's what her voice was. Then it seems you must find the true source of all the roots. The growths here are vicious, but they are only a symptom of the larger problem above us. That must be the only way to make them go away. Yeah, like I said, I think this game has been doing a fantastic, like, Chicory, or well, I guess also Chicory, but like these characters, including Pizza, and I think it's important to say including Pizza, because Pizza is like sort of our main character, is our player avatar, and so a lot of times you do that, and it's like, okay, so we're gonna make them a little, blank slatey, or give them like only a few options that might even be, separate, and so they end up not feeling like a real character. But with Pizza, Pizza is, as somebody who has been an artist who has dealt with, a lot of the issues that this game is bringing up, it is clear. Why is she moving around so much? It is clear that, like, the entire way through this game, Pizza's sort of internal narrative is established and well understood and not explicitly laid out. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, it takes one to know one. You see somebody who, and you just go, I know exactly what you're going through. You don't have to tell me. I can just tell because I've been there. I see myself in you. And this game is doing that so well with, Pizza and Chicory and maybe, what was her name? Blueberry, the mentor lady. Okay, is that dirt on my screen, or is that stylistic dirt in the game? That might be stylistic dirt in the game. Okay. Rubbing my screen didn't make it come off. And like, I think that's fantastic because, again, I have to imagine at least, like, it's kind of cool, right? Because having that internal mindset, the internal workings known as a writer, when you know their internal workings, you can you can write the character with those in mind, to the point where you get this exchange where it's just like, oh, I completely know what the internal workings there is. And it is only depending on the central point of the story is whether or not those are ever sort of like made explicit or addressed. So like, I imagine all of this stuff, at this point, because this is a game about pressure and expectations and imposter syndrome and all these kind of things, we've already had a lot of that sort of spelled out directly by the characters, sort of expressing their inner, not their thought palace, like their inner mindscape or whatever. Like, they've had a lot of expressing that because that is what this story is about. But even when, I think as a writer, what you want to do is you want to at least try to sort of develop that inner mindscape for all of your characters, or at least like primary, secondary, trietary characters, the ones that you'll see the most, the ones who have the most sort of dialogue time in the writing, because what you can end up with is a character who is there's something about them, maybe they are just supports to the main characters, but that's what makes them feel deep, is if you can have that, I know exactly where that dude is at because I've been there myself. If you can have that feeling with, you know, like 3 tiers of characters radiating from the central plot of the story, but they are far enough aside that like they're like, that's kind of like their state, but we don't follow the plot of that mindset changing or being resolved or anything. I think that's really how you make characters feel deep. The idea of like, oh, everyone has these inner lives, but because most of them are not integral to the story being told, we never really address them. We, they might not resolve or develop in any way, and you might not even notice them unless they are a character which you can say, I know exactly where that person is at. I see myself in them. And so it's like, I guess that can also make a story feel very personal when you see yourself in the story. If you have characters who are just sort of like vessels for delivering lines, or like this is the character that the main character learns X from, and that's all there is to that character, they're flat. They don't have that, they don't have that inner life. So it's this idea of like, okay, if you give a character an inner life, 90% of readers might not pick up on that, but it's the fact that 1% could, the 10% that could, like, that's what's going to add depth to the story, is this idea of like, oh, you can recognize this person as something going on, even if we don't address it, even if most people might miss it. It makes it very personal, where it goes, this is the person I see myself in. There is enough person in this character that I can see myself in it. Because, none of us are just, what is it? You are the main character in your own story. You are the hero of your own story. And because we all have our own story, you're also supporting characters in everyone else's story. And so, like, yeah, secondary characters have their own development, arcs, personal life, history, background. I mean, you look at it with a lot of RPGs. A lot of the RPGs... Let me restart that sentence. I have seen a bunch of RPGs where the character creation process is like, hey, pick or roll major events in this character's life, like starting from childhood, and then like, okay, did they get their first ship? Did they, were they captured? Did they have get some sort of injury? Okay, well, that means they have a scar. This means that they might have access to these things. If that's where they grew up, they might, and it's like, if you're telling a story in media res, or like in the middle of a pre-existing world, you have to at least, again, as a writer, as an author, you need to have an idea of what that history of the world is. Like, I want to say I'm working on a light RPG thing that I kind of sum it up with, like, you don't start with a level 1 character. Not every game you start as a farm boy who has never experienced life. No, you don't play these games starting from babies. Sort of like templates of people. It's like, if you're making a character who is sort of like of adult adventuring age or whatever, the thing is, you've been around the block before. This is why even at level 1 or whatever, you start with some skill points. You start with some this, some that. Maybe you start with, an item unique to you that some people might have similar, some people, nobody else might have. But this idea of like, it is the history of an entity that makes them unique, not necessarily their traits in a vacuum. And I feel like I've gone tangential with this, but just the way that, like, this game is doing this for, like, so, like, every central character, and is, again, is, like, it is so clear that they have this internal life that isn't explicitly spelled out, but is so clear if when you recognize it. The fact that, like, I don't get everybody's saying, but like in pizza and in chicory, I see it perfectly clear. Like, this is not something you can express accidentally. This is what is going on for these. Like, what I'm imagining is going on feels like it has to be the intent of these characters. Like little bits that they're making, and it's a weird one, right? Because like the characters don't fully understand what's going on with them. Like, that is sort of the conflict of the story, is that these are issues that these characters haven't really realized that might be inside of them before. Like, some are like this is sort of, as much as this is like a story about the feelings of imposter syndrome and the pressure and all of these things, like Chicory is clearly like in the middle, nearly failing to it. But for Pizza, it's actually like a journey of discovery of having these feelings, of realizing that these are feelings that could be had, of like, and like right here in this moment, just like going silent is like, oh, that you are in the moment of like realization and percolating and a little bit of confusion, and it's just like, oh, there is some stuff going on here. I need to think about this. And like, because you're busy inside of your own brain figuring this stuff out, your mouth shuts off, you know? I'm tearing up a little bit. I've been like weirdly, for as chatty as I am, I've been like weirdly emotionally not unstable. I've been very stable, but it's just like I've been much more sensitive to like high emotional states. Listen, there are a couple of songs that used to make me cry and then didn't, and have been making me cry again, and it feels good. Honestly, it feels good. They don't feel like emotions that are out of control, but they do feel like emotions I haven't been able to achieve in a while. Hey, everyone could benefit from talking to a therapist. Some people might benefit from medication. It is nothing to be ashamed of. Anything that helps you live your best life is a good thing. I probably could put qualifiers on that, but we'll deal with that if we need to. Yeah, but just like it's discovery. Like you talk about, like, you know, like I was saying, I'm just gonna talk for a while. I'm just gonna put this down. Already said, like, a lot of times, you know, especially main characters end up being blank slates, because, or at least, you know, the Avatar character ends up being a blank slate, because if this is your first time in the game, in the universe of the game, the sort of like not shortcut, but like the direct solution to the problem of how do we naturally introduce these things is have that player character be new to the universe as well. This game is doing that on such a specific level, right? Because they are not a stranger to the world. Pizza has friends and family. Pickle, dude, Pickle rules. I miss Pickle. But like, Pizza has friends and family and history in this world, and like the workings of the world for, you know, a general person, you know, people, places. Like, Pizza is familiar with the usual workings of the world, and so it doesn't really get addressed, because like, Pizza already knows what it is. We might not, but it's just like, oh yeah, no, I'll do the thing, and then you kind of go and do the thing, and like you kind of get that, like, oh, well, when I do the thing, usually I do this, and then your waypoint pops up, go do this. It's like, all right, yeah. Which is what was it? I think people were complaining in Horizon about Aloy talking way too much about narrating what she's doing and has to do next, which is, you know, off the deep end of that idea, but it's not a bad idea. It works when you get the balance right. But this world, this universe, is not what the story of this game is about. What the story of this game is about is called Chicory, because it's about what Chicory is going through. But we don't play as Chicory, we play as Pizza, because the part of this world that Pizza is unfamiliar with is the position that Chicory is in. Beyond unfamiliar with it, Pizza had an expectation of what it means to be the wielder, and is finding out, like, rather than going from no expectation to seeing what it is, they went from an expectation to realizing that that expectation was wrong, having to unlearn and then learn new. And that is, in real life, like, coming to terms with the fact that your not exploitations. I just said it. Where did it go? Expectations. Coming to terms with the fact that your expectations were wrong is a much harder journey to take. Even when you had a sort of like bad expectation and you find out it's not as bad as it was going to be, that's still a big hurdle to get over. Than having no expectation and having one set. Setting an expectation versus changing an expectation. Changing is harder. Changing is more jarring. That's just how people work. Don't ask me why. But so that is the narrative of this game. Chicory's the truth, the sort of the truth, like, for Pizza, this story is about having this sort of like very vague expectation and then having it broken and then firsthand learning what the truth is like this, the thing that is, hey, the automated Twitch tweet went, yay, I love watching those gears work and seeing it work, seeing it go smoothly. The question of this story is, what's wrong with Chicory? What's wrong with Chicory is the unfamiliar thing to our player character. So this is the thing that we get to ride along with them and we discover together with them, is what is this pressure that's breaking Chicory? Like I get it because I've been there, and like this is really exciting. Like watching Pizza start pizzaing things together. Watch Pizza piece things together and go, oh, this is what's going on? Oh my God, yeah, no wonder Chicory is in a place right now. And like that's very much where we are at in Pizza right now. And so I think the way I expect this game to go is like Pizza, now that Pizza is like understanding what the problem is, because, you know, they're experiencing the problem firsthand, then it has to be like, okay, well, how am I going to solve this for myself? What even like half-ass solution am I going to find for myself? Then you can go back and help Chicory, which is all, oh, that almost made me cry too. All Pizza has wanted this whole game is to help Chicory, right? And again, like, pick up the brush, all I gotta do is cover everything in. Cool, that's the expectation. You go out there, and it's like, hey, also, more important is you gotta go, you know, face all of these internal demon tree monsters. And it's like, what? That's the breaking of the expectation. And now we just had this tree that we were in. So I'm curious if that's like, because Pizza has been taking over the responsibilities of being the wielder. Like, they, even if they're not particularly talented at art, they are doing the jobs with the wielder, and so far have been doing all right at it. Again, talking about like, oh, everyone has the wrong expectation about what this role is, and just like being sucked out of it, and in a way sucked out of the group of everyone else, because you realize like oh, what everyone else thinks, what I used to think is what everybody else thinks. I'm learning this hard truth that they don't know. I'm going to lose an ability to connect with them. But yeah, it's the thing that is unfamiliar to pizza. We are riding along. We are learning it firsthand. We are being introduced to it. And I think the way that the story progresses is they find a sort of a solution for themselves. With this understanding, they will actually be able to help Chicory, which is the culmination of their initial starting goal set at the very, very beginning of the game. I don't know if it will end successfully because, this is a thing that is very, very hard to like fix. Most people don't fix them. The best you can do is manage them and keep them from destroying you from the inside out. I'm not a therapist. I've just thought about my own problems a lot. But so, and like that is the thing. That's why I think that's why it impressed me so much that like from a writing standpoint, this game has a very clear vision of the like the structure of a story, because when you look at it this way, it's just like, yeah, you start it, you don't really know too much about the world, you're being introduced to it piece by piece, you are there is a problem that sets you off on the adventure. It's like very monomyth. There's a problem that starts you off on the adventure, and then you're learning firsthand and you're working, and then at the very end you come back with the magic potion, and you can do whatever. Like, it's very monomyth, but it's not like the writing understands that all of those steps can be on a sort of metaphorical, can be on an emotional level. You don't have to go to a distant land. You just have to, you like Journey to Another Land can be Prince and the Pauper. You just step in, you just, be in the shoes of somebody whose life is completely different than yours. And that is the same as going to a distant land, and it's like, yeah, here's the problem. We want to help Chicory. Here's the distant land. Oh, we're the wielder now? Oh, being the wielder is nowhere near what I thought it was. Like, and it's understanding that like the journey isn't necessarily the journey across the map that we're doing. The journey and the struggles and the learning are all in this sort of like internal assessment, meditation, and sort of like struggles against inner demons, which I guess is sort of why all of the boss fights are this weird, like they're all kind of demons, right? Like the first one we got was just like, here's eyes, here's 6 eyes. It's like, oh wow, that's spooky. And it's like, okay, like they started with some very like straight like surreal angelic demon sort of like imagery, and then it's being like refined into this image of like people, the things you fear about them, things you fear about yourself, and it's just like, oh yes, you are fighting monsters and demons, they are internal. And it's just like that's why like on one level or like the maybe not like a playable final boss, but like the final climax of this game, I expect, because it has been so like consistently on theme and understanding of itself so far. This game rocks. By the way, this game just absolutely slaps. But because it has been so on point at knowing what it is itself about, I expect that like the final boss fight won't be one of these demon fights that we've seen. It'll be like the even more or less, I don't know, like abstracted version where it's like, no, the final, ooh, God, I'm getting teared up again. I need to just play this game and stop thinking about it. That's a weird thing to say. Chicory has inner demons. our goal is to help Chicory, and that means defeating Chicory's inner demons. But, you know, we've been extracting it, and these inner demons, we've been fighting them with, you know, the paintbrush. But the actual sort of like the non-metaphorical way you deal with inner demons is, you know, you talk about them, you address them, you confront the emotions around them, and you see if there are changes in the world that you can do to change the way you feel about them, about changing perspectives, all of these things. Like, defeating Chicory's demon is not going to come through, okay, it's a video game, you got to make a climactic boss fight, so maybe it would, but I imagine this is going to understand that, like, no, the actual way that you defeat these is, like, through conversation, is through emotional processing, is through addressing your emotions rather than trying to run from and distract yourself from the emotions. Just doing whatever you need to do to empower yourself to not be overwhelmed by your emotions. Like, that is actually the way you fight the end boss of this game. They might abstract it into a paintbrush fight, but honestly, like, if you think you're walking into the final fight and instead it is just a long cutscene where the characters talk it out, the balls it would take for this game to do that, and yet be so absolutely in the right in doing it that way, instead of giving in to being a video game that needs to end on like a major action point. Oh my god, that would be incredible. Like, I think I would more believe that this game would go that way than to sort of cop out and just have a big video game fight. Probably going to do something in the middle, somewhere both, but like, I trust it's going to get it right at this point. I trust that whatever they do, like, they know what they are. They know what they're doing in a way that's like, oh, you are going to make this satisfying. You know what you're doing. You're going to make it satisfying. I'm so excited to get there. Yeah, I like watered up a little bit talking about that stuff. Watered up? Teared up. I'm not a gardener. What if I was? Not the point. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness gracious me. You need to have a sort of almost like a professional respect in your relationship with your own emotions, because if you overpower your emotions and shut them down, that's unhealthy. If your emotions are sort of run wild and overpower you, that's not healthy. When you can sort of look at your present state and go, man, this is really upsetting me, or like, I am definitely scared, and if I look at it, I can work it out. I think it's because of these factors. These are the things I'm scared of. That's when you are sort of at the healthiest point and most able to, like, feelings are real. Feelings are sort of the status and warning lights about the things you are maybe subconsciously noticing in the world, if not outright noticing. But at the same time, they're just lights. You still need to do the analysis of like, okay, or I guess to be like healthy about it, you need to say like, okay, this light is on. What that just means I need to go investigate what that light is connected to and find out what's setting it off, and then I can go deal with that. You don't just, if a light goes on, you don't just start slamming all the buttons. That's panic. Except panic is also one of the lights. Listen, this metaphor gets a little recursive. So before I get stuck in an infinite loop, I'm going to go back to the game. This game absolutely slaps. I just need to reinstate that. And I am so excited to see the ending, because I so fully trust the authors at this point that it's just like, they're going to do it right. After everything I've seen, they're going to do it right. Like, they're so obviously aware and sort of like self-aware, and just like, they're doing it right. They're doing things that are clear that would be easy to miss, but it's just like, no, they are on their game. This is one of those ones where it's like the story was finished and understood before the game was created, before the game was started, you know? It's just like, no, it is a cohesive piece. Every piece of it is there for a reason, and it is understood why it is there, right? Which is also kind of the reason I'm thinking it might be over sooner than I expect, because, like, one of the things about sort of staying on point and just, like, being so aware of what you're doing and why everything is there is that usually part of that is when you get to the point of accepting, like, we're in, we tell our story, we're out. Like, some people might say, like, oh, it's going to feel like it's unfinished, like there's a lot of things left hanging, but, like, if you feel that way, then, like, what the story was about might have gone over your head, because when a story is very tight and on point, you follow the story you're telling, and when that arc is done, the story is done. And, you know, that's sort of the thing about giving depth to other characters and all this is you see their other arcs and you feel like, oh, the game can't be over. Look at all of these unresolved arcs. And it's just like, right. But this story is about this arc, and that arc is done. Yes, it is a full, bigger universe. If you're looking for every arc to be seen through to completion, that's how you get the modern Star Wars universe. That's not really a good way to handle it, right? That's how you end up with Doctor Who and Captain What's-His-Face is the face of Bo. That's how you end up with, you know, Star Wars, and now we have the Han Solo standalone movie, and we find out that, like, the life bond with Chewie and the Kessel Run and winning the ship in a card game basically all happened on the same day. Like, that's not trying to resolve. Like, if you set out with I'm still talking. Oh my god. I apologize. I hope it's interesting at least. If your intent in telling a story is to wrap up arcs, that's not a good way to approach a story. That is sort of unhealthy for the story. The way to approach a story is to focus on an arc. And if other arcs exist, that's going to make the world feel fuller and deeper. And you need to not be afraid to let those arcs be. You know? How many stories do you know where even if you have, like, a series and, you know, each entry in the series will deal with one arc from beginning to end, and maybe there are sub arcs that do get resolved and, you know, other things going on. But, like, throughout the series, you see pieces of one arc at, like, different points in it, and it never gets resolved. And it's always just like, there's always this hole about that arc. Like, yeah, because, like, that might be a nod, that might be a fun connection, but none of these stories are about that arc. And it's almost more fun to leave the mystery, to leave the ability to speculate, because as long as there is still a question about, you know, how an arc resolves or the full story of that arc, it's like there's still this space to speculate and wonder and be like, oh, there is still more out there, you know? Like Tingle? Did they ever fully resolve and originate Tingle and his story? His? I don't know. I don't know nothing about no Tingle and no babies. Like, and that's fine, and that can be good. Like, as soon as you start saying, okay, let's just start resolving some arcs. Or the other part about it, like, if you, as an author or a viewer, I guess, have this feeling of just like, no, I'm not done until every arc is resolved. Like, that also, that can make the story that is trying to focus on one arc, if you are compelled to make it answer unrelated, like, if you feel compelled to resolve arcs that do not add anything to the resolution of the main arc of the story, you are making that story weaker, because that's where you end up with, oh, now we're going to meander and we're going to do this, and like, all right, hang on, but we're ready to end the thing wholly, but we got to go do these 7 unrelated things. Like, it's video games at that point. It's just like, all right, go do all your side quests now. I know this ship is orbiting and they can fire at any second, but go do 100 other things in the next 8 hours before you finish it. Like, I don't think, like, as a game, as a checklist, as a way to spend time and see content, cool. Like, in a video game with side quests where players are allowed to self-pace, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, I want to know how this ends, and I want to know how this other arc was, because it's possible that, like, the main arc that the story is focusing on might not be interesting to you. There might be one of the side arcs that interests you way more, and, like, yeah, you would love for the story to be about that. In a video game where player input, where you know, it's player interaction, it's player driven, it's self-paced, however you want to put it, if a player wants to see a specific arc resolved, it's good when you give them the opportunity to do that, because then it's like, a player wants to do this thing, we're giving them the power to do it, that's going to satisfy the player. But, like, that's when it's player guided, you know? If they care about it, they can go fill it out, and if they care that much more about it than the main arc, okay. If that were a book or a movie, and the author went out of their way to go resolve this other arc that isn't going to work towards resolving the main arc, that's, like, you should have written the story that centers on that arc if you care so much about it then. That could be a side story. That could be a whatever, you know? Just like, it's pacing. It's trimming. A lot of polish is trimming. What is superfluous? Need to get in to put in just what you need to tell the story that you were there to tell. So make sure you know what that story is, so you can make that straight line and all this, and only finish the sub arcs that you need to, because anything else is meandering, it's superfluous, it detracts. There's a lot of ways that not being tight weakens a story. And if you do want to resolve with other arcs, cool. Make a new story that focuses on those arcs. Give each arc a story. That's cool. Unless you want to do like a Captain N, like, arc hopping, and it's just like, I'm gonna go solve everybody's arcs, and then you just deal with them all one at a time. Like, cool. You can make something episodic and have, like, here's how. I mean, I should not use a piece of media that I have not seen as a standpoint for an argument. So I will try not to do that. I haven't seen Black Mirror. What do you want? But like we've seen that before in, like, okay, how about Cowboy Bebop? The anime. Oh, it sucks that I have to specify that now. Hopefully the other one will be forgotten. I haven't seen the live action one anyway. It's probably good for me. But Cowboy Bebop. The Spike Vincent arc is kind of never the point of any specific episode or the series as a whole. Like, I always felt those were the weakest. Those were, like, ultimately the most vague and unexplained and kind of confusing. Like, when you look at that show, it's almost more like an anthology series, you know? Every episode has one story that it's about, and it's usually not one of the main characters. They are just sort of like our jumping in point to experience this other story. But, like, there are so many plot points that are just sort of like introduced and then moved on from, because they don't go into, they don't do anything to resolve the main story. And weirdly, the Spike Vincent stuff is that every time. The Spike Vincent stuff serves no purpose to any of the stories that the show tells. Like, unless the episode is like focusing on a piece of that, or like even then, like, boy, what do I remember? It's so hard to remember stuff about those episodes for me. But like, there's one about a woman. Wait, hang on. Who's the woman? Is that Julia or whatever? Who's the one sitting in puddles? For It's Not a Bad Life. If it ends after the first time, these are lyrics that I remember. Like, there are certain specific episodes where, like, the Spike Vincent stuff being part of Spike's past, and this goes back to character creation. Like, part of Spike's past is this Spike and Vicious stuff, and that element of Spike's past can be necessary to whatever to the progression of whatever the story focus of the episode is. It's never really an arc on its own where the resolution of the Spike Vincent stuff helps anything. Like, honestly, I think the only reason it even kind of made sense as like an ending for the series is because they were able, like, it appeared in so many episodes that it was like, okay, this thing we've given you hints about, let's give it a resolution. But they don't really resolve it. Almost fittingly, it is resolved as vague as it is ever shown, at least the way I remember it. And it's just like, past catching up, yeah? I mean, I couldn't even tell you. It felt so, like, for being something that, like, appeared so often, and its only purpose was to make Spike, oh, this eye sees the future, this eye sees the past, and the other one, I don't know, but I really wish I had eyes that saw the present. It would make perspective really, I would actually be able to see the now. That's probably a part of it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like, yeah, it's that stuff. The fact that they went out of their way to resolve that, I think the only reason why it works as an ending is because it was always so vague, and there is no good way to resolve it because it never really was the focus of any story. That it's like, okay, this thing has been so sort of not about these characters the whole time that, like, this vague arc that really doesn't matter whose resolution so doesn't matter that trying to resolve it can only lead to a sort of, not animosity, ambiguity, that it's like, that's perfect to end the story on. It's like, we're not like Cowboy Bebop is over. It is this collection of these stories of whatever each episode is about, and then it just kind of ends. Like, it's like, we have nothing else to say here. We're out of money. I don't know, whatever. So we're just gonna kind of like, it's like a weird fizzle out, but it was always going to fizzle out because there was no focus arc of the series. There was focus arcs of episodes, but as like an overarching arc for the series as a whole, there really wasn't anything. So like, no matter what you did, it was going to fizzle out. So kind of in a weird way, the best thing they could do was focus on this element that we heard of at a very early point, appeared in a lot of places, but also didn't really need to be resolved. Like, it's the best you could do, because it's like, well, I don't know, let's use the thing that we've seen most often but has never been to point as like a thing to fizzle out on. Like, I guess felt more like a compromise. I'm going to stop complaining about writing story arcs now. It's good here in Chicory, and let's see what else Queen Cobra has to say. But yeah, no, the next thing we do is we're going to go have a long talk with Chicory. Maybe before that, we're going to run into somebody who's like, with whom, maybe Blackberry, whatever her name. Yeah, Blackberry, like the cell. Maybe we'll run into her, and Pizza can be like, hey, now I've got some shit going on. How do I deal with this? And then so you have the mentor explaining, a solution to the player character. And then with that solution, they can sort of adapt it for themselves and then take their adapted solution back to Chicory and be like, hey, I have a thing that we can try to fix you. And that's going to be the long talk with Chicory. And I could believe that'd be the end of the game, honestly. I need to stop speculating. Let's play a video game. Feels weird to go back into voices now. The true source of the roots. But where could that be? How are we supposed to know, darling? But surely somewhere in the surface world, we are counting on you. Actually, I just had a thought. Because there's this idea in games of interface spoilers. So, like, if you're in a hub room and there's 5 slots for gems, and then you go complete a dungeon and you get 1 gem, you go, 4 more dungeons, right? So looking at this over here, this was sort of, whoops, I'm trying to think. We had, how do I move this like this? We had like the initial luncheon, which is probably chapter 1. Boy, I don't remember pretty much anything. Okay, so we had some of, we had some of this stuff as chapter 2. Everything up here to, no, getting up to 11Z's was chapter 2, because I remember this is where we finished. No, that's not erasing. Do I have? Oh, I don't have an erase on this tablet. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So this was part of the like transition between chapter 1 and chapter 2. We had, the swamp over here was basically chapter 3. What was chapter 4? Yeah, okay. Yeah, please go ahead. Don't feel like you got to stick around for my sake. I appreciate you coming up. Sorry I spent a lot of time just rambling and not playing the game. I didn't expect that. Like, I knew I've been chatty lately, but I went off. But yeah, go res. Have a good night. Have a lovely weekend. We're only halfway through it. And as always, thanks for coming out. But yeah, if we're looking at like 1, 2, 3, 4, and now whatever we're about to do is going to be 5, which leaves like this whole, like this could be like a chapter 6, and then I don't know. There's an over here, which this is either today's 5 or it could be 7 at the end. It feels like there's some stuff up here. Like, I don't know if these are these could be secret areas that, like, now that I have more navigation abilities, I could probably end up being able to traverse them and sort of hit these, like, find adjacency, whatever. But this vaguely feels like kind of what's going on, so I guess at this rate, I don't think this is going to be the last chapter. There's going to be, like, at least 2 more chapters. I better get to playing. But yeah, thanks for coming by, Sierra. I'll get all the VODs up eventually. I am going to have to re-record part 2, but, like, yeah, if you miss anything, everything goes on YouTube. I'm not offended. You don't got to worry about it. It's all good. Oh, you can touch the thing. I didn't know you could touch the thing. Cool. All right. We got to go back up to the surface world. There was that one side room over here. Oh, right. This dude loves eating paint. Now that I know he's not jumping because he's mad, but actually because he loves it, I'm happy to just paint him every day. Hey, here's a... Oh, here we go. There's a zone. Here's a zone. And all of down here is a zone. Technically, this is a zone 2. But I don't necessarily see anything up there unless... Yeah, so that means you could get to this zone. Okay. What's in the cave? Hey, buddy. You look like Zorak. Sorry. Yora. Zora? Oh, my. Hello. I've never spoken with a surface dweller before. Wow. This is a very big deal for me. I'm a huge fan of your surface culture. I love collecting your, litter. Fascinating, delicious little things. Do you have any? If you give me some, I'll trade for things I've collected. Yo, cool, a big cool thing. A furniture cool thing. A cool thing small. Oh, boy. I'll probably take a furniture cool thing. I love having couches, especially when they're cool. Got grub hanger. Uh-oh. Somebody retweeted some of my art. That's going to take off. Furniture. What is it? Oh, it's a clock. It's a sunflower clock. Yeah, that stuff is nifty. You got flower stand. I can put flowers on flowers? You got flower table. I love the little grabby hand animation when you're interacting. Stump table. Oh, cool. Gross. Carpet. You got germ rug. Ugh. Blah. Blah. I'm fine. No, I'm not. Oh, we got 2 left. I could have gone for the 3. Yeah, just a nematode hanger. Ooh. You got pedal stool. That one seems a little sus to me. Goodbye. Man, what an important house to have missed. Okay, for real though, how do I look in there? Let me see the inside map. I feel like there has to be just like a button or something that I'm missing, because for that not to... Oh. Yeah. Hey, chromatic aberration. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Ah. Oh. I thought we were still in the camera, but we had gone all the way up. Okay. Okay, now it is time. Grub deep. Yeah, I guess we go back. I want to say upstate, but I do mean to the surface world. You know, upstate? Yeah. So this is going to take us somewhere. See, this is what I mean. This is where, like, the... You slide back down! Oh! Pizza dog affected by gravity. Oh, good. That's a shortcut. Good. Good. Grub descent to feet. Shortcut to surface. Bugs only. Hey, we're bugs now? I don't know if that's true. There, it's that color. I'm gonna go up this way. Oh, it's more litter. Okay, now we're back up here. And it looks like we were using yellow for... Oh, we're somewhere else. But yeah, it looks like we were using yellow for the ground and everything out here. Kid! I see you, kid. Do we know what else? Nope. So I'm going to do it this way. The bus! We could actually use a transit pass now. Love these kids. There we go. Hey. Yeah, you. I've got so many. Let's not just take the bus. Let's explore zones. Yo, it's Pickle! Oh, here we go. Oh, I could go that way? Interesting. Why is this one blue? Okay, but now we've been up here. I can just go ahead and... You notice how every time we play this game, I get a little bit messier and slipshod? You wouldn't believe how many times, or how long it's taken me to sort of convince myself, no, it's okay that I'm doing this. Because the other result is I go, well, if I'm not going to do it right, then I better wait until I'm ready to do it right to play again. And then I end up not playing it. I've been trying to work myself out of that. Hey, pizza. I've been looking everywhere for you. The Wielder Tower in Luncheon. It's, something... Hey, listen. Something spooky's happening there. I mean, I guess this is not a rush, but, like, you should maybe check that out. If you got a minute. Okay. I'm going back home now. Oh, my God. Pickle. Pickle is definitely, like, your hookup dude. Ooh. How do you wear it? It is just a choker. Great. I love it. But for real, though. Good. I already did that. Good. I actually want to stay up here and see what's over here. Oh. Oh, there's some stuff. Excuse me? Say again in my face. Ha Okay, so this is now looking up here. So I'm just going to mark a... Can I see that on the map? Yes, I have a dot to say, did not check this out. I mean, also just the fact that it's blank says I did not check it out. I forgot about the jump. Jump's cool. Jump is go downs. Hey, hey, my guy. What's Oh, can I? I can't. That's right. Oh God, the shake off. Come on. Oh, these buildings are climbable. Ooh. Hey, Stevia, what's up? Hey, the name's Stevia. You probably saw me and thought, what a tough-looking guy with smarts about the streets. And, well, you'd be 100% right. I've got my own graffiti tag and everything. The one with the teeth, right there on the ground. Besides here, I've gotten it on 4 buildings and dinners. So hey, do me a favor. Color in all of my graffiti tags. That'll make 'em pop. If you do, I'll give you something nice. I like having nice things, so first of all, you need to be that. Second of all, now I can make that match you. Okay, with the teeth. With the teeth, with the teeth. Wait, can I go through? Whoa! Hi? Hello? Hey, it's Saul from the Clothing Swap. I'm trying out a new telemarketing strategy. But I don't have anyone's number, so, I'm just calling random phone booths. Thanks for being the first to pick up. I've got a brand new product here that you're gonna love. Do you ever feel like you have too many clothes? Such a hassle to sort through them all, am I right? Well, worry no more. Our new product will solve all of those problems, and more. Your life is going to be just stupendous, I promise. Come to the Clothing Swap and Potluck and see for yourself. Doing that, like, bra PR voice actually might have done more damage to my throat than doing Queen Commander Cobra. Cobra Commander. Okay, so we're looking for teeth. That's teeth. Okay, so like yes. Actually, can I just? Oh no, the clouds. Gift. You got beak. Yes, this here is what it's all about. Okay. Whee! Whoops, too far. I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna tag all the tags. So then maybe I'll make other people happy. While that this town is all about, like, I don't know where I'm gonna go with that sentence, but also now I'm just thinking about here we go. Jet Grind Radio. Oh, well, I'm wearing the beak. I did not mean to wear the beak. There we go. What's up, my guy? Acavado. Great. Welcome to the rooftop party. Oh, right. I remember the sign about the rooftop party. Did you see my flyers? To be honest, I'm kind of new to throwing parties. People keep coming up here, but when they see that big empty roof, they just kind of look around awkwardly and then leave. I probably should have thought about that decoration. I probably should have thought about decoration or furniture. Lesson learned. If you have any of that stuff, you should totally throw it down here. Oh, yes. I totally have that stuff. Okay. Step number 1. Oops. Is this my smallest brush? It is. Okay. We got to do something badass for your rooftop. And we're going to do like a freaking... Man, I just hit E like I do in my art program when I want to erase. Cool. I almost hit Control Z like I do into my art program to erase. Wow, this actually... Having the tablet makes this feel too natural. Like I said, using the tablet is ironically like not in the spirit of the game or the character. Okay, anyway, the cool thing to draw at first is sort of a Mugen snake Ouroboros. Let's see here. I gotta give it that little bit of snake belly. Can't control Z. Not that kind of program. Shouldn't be that kind of program. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, wait, here we go. Well, because it's this snake that's throwing the party, right? So... Now this snake is a Mario. Wait, this is a tablet. He says truthfully. Ah. Oh wait, does that mean? No, close. Oh, okay, tablet, help me out here. What is? Where's the like shortcut wheel? But it doesn't feel natural doing it that way, so... Alright, how do I bring up the Wacom tablet driver's pen settings so I can custom set my pen buttons? Because I want this one to be right clicks, that way I can erase. By flipping it and not have to move to the regular mouse. Why did the beacon? I mean, it's a look. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Wacom tablet properties. Is that it? Yes. All applications. Eraser. I don't want it to be erase. I want it to be right click. And that should have done it now. Right? So, okay, I'm over here. I'm using the front of the pen. I'm over here. I'm using the back of the pen. Good. Ah, no! No, this is fine, actually. Yeah, this is actually perfect now. We got my guy over here. Cool. So now you have like a cool floor mural. That's probably the best word for that, right? There's no way that could be called anything other than a floor mural. Get a floor mural for your conversation pit. Yeah. Oh, it was hitting weird things because I was hitting the cloud and the cloud was splashing to the stuff around it. Okay. Not dress up, not brush styles. Collection. Yo, what up, P-Star? Okay. Great. Love this. Ghosties. Hey, do you want a frickin' bug and Halloween guard rooftop party? You do, you do. Okay, this is... Alright, you come in the door. We're going to put the drinks table right there. Coffin shelf. Listen, there's like always going to be somebody who doesn't want to socialize at the party, and we can't blame them. We'll just give them a bookshelf and a seat. Oh heck yeah! Give him a chair and alt only mirrors. Okay. Listen, I'll put a chair here. We are going to put another table over here. Basic bed. Oh, lights. Yo. Okay, the cauldron is also this. You take your drink out of here. The cups are going to be on this table. Whoops. Then, yeah, you'll have some jack-o'-lanterns up here, right? Everybody loves jack-o'-lanterns on the roof. I guess. Oh, we'll put this one down. Ooh. Nope, can't quite put stuff on the table like that. Seat, sound. I wish we had sound. Floor. Wall. Oh, right. Wait. That's the only wall we have. Or we can hang it down here. All right. Let's not worry about the wall then. Garden. I got 3 of each? Oh my gosh, yeah. So, okay, we're definitely also doing some plants. Listen, brah, I'll hook you up, my guy. I feel like we don't have like a good... I don't really have any like conversation starters, you know? We need the center mainly open for like dancing. There's a stand-up table we can stand around. Here's this. I want another chair. And so that way, you know, when you just want to sit on the side and be quiet, if you want to sit here and read, then you would need something over here for him to be in charge of. Yeah, so for him to be in charge of. So I would put like a table, and I would put like a boombox or something on it, but we don't have a boombox. There's a bunch of stuff. How do you feel about that? Oh, heck yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad. This is it. The party is saved. It did me a huge solid. I bet loads of people will show up soon. Maybe check back in a bit? Hell yeah. Hey, can we go in this door? Oh, we can just go straight up. Everybody's here. Yo, Pickles showed up. Pickles wearing my shirt and showed up to the cool party. Ooh, a party. Check it out. It's my party wiggle. My special attack. I'm going to use it to try to attract friends. Oh, look out. Pickle going to use his party wiggle. Oh, it's P. Yeah, a party. You know I'm always going to be where the party's at. You got to get some music going here, though. It ain't a party without some tunes blasting. I'll let you figure that out. I knew it. We need some sort of stereo solution. Carcala, who are you? Oh, goodness me. Maybe like that for now? You kind of look like you're in scrubs. I'm okay with that. Who are you? Could not walk to the place to talk. I like coming out to dinners. Potluck is so quiet. It's good for focusing on art. After a while, I feel like I'm going crazy. I need noise and action. Or else it feels like I'm not alive. Yep. Rooftop party, huh? This takes me back. Dinners used to be so cool, you know? Rougher and rowdier and rudier and dirter. That was great, but can we take that one more time? I was just gonna clean record. Alright, rolling. Rougher and rowdier and ruder and dirtier. We'd party on the rooftops and get in fights. Now everything's so clean and nice and tidy. And full of trees and kindness and junk. I mean, I guess it's actually pretty nice here now. But like, is it freedom? Oh my guy. I need to bring you somewhere where I have access to brown, because you's a poop. Okay. Where's my brush here? Oh. Wait. Can we just door? Right. This is the, what do you call it? Why did the tree explode? Probably a kid. Darn kids exploding my trees. Okay, I won't lie. It may not be like efficient, but this scribble. But who was that, and why were they so big? Are you like the Postmaster General of this world? I think there's something to be said for like the way that I have been playing this game. I have way too much energy for tonight. Like it's been a very like a very meditative experience so far. And tonight I'm just ranting and I'm looking to meet people and oops. I'm the wielder. I get to paint whatever I want. Oh, is it? It was. Sure. Tamarind. Oh, don't usually see folks up here. I'm one of Picnic's transit flyers. I'm on break now, though. So don't ask me to take you anywhere. Sorry. So don't ask me to take you anywhere. I was expecting more to that sentence. Gift. You got. The goggles. Oh, that's pretty solid, actually. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, did it, like, not spread out past there? Weird. Ah! Drop my pen. Oof. Right, them, waiting for the bus. Hey, teeth. The good news is with most of these buildings, you get to see the top of them to decide whether you want to go ahead and climb them. Have I gotten 3 other teeth so far? I was not really keeping track, I won't lie. That could be 4. Oh yeah, you also waiting for Slice? Yeah. Yo, Clementine! Yeah, I'm here to get my Slice on. Always knew this place was great. It's nice to see them getting more traffic now. Hey, what's going on here? I've been the only guy going to this shop for years. Now all of a sudden they've got a logo and a huge lineup. Man, this place changed. Sold their soul to make a buck. I gotta get some Slice though. Big Oli! Mamma mia! Uh-oh. Hang on. Mamma mia! Look at this lineup. Thanks for saving my humble little shop. But now if you'll excuse me, I've got Slice to bake. Heck yeah, my dude. Okay, but for real though, can I fix your sign? I really goofed it the first time. I'm sorry that I goofed it so bad, but I gotta Brussels sprout. I never heard of this place. But all of a sudden, everyone says it's cool. So I want to check it out, but the line is so long. And I'm so hungry. Maybe I should have tried something unpopular instead. Yeah, maybe try something unpopular. Maybe like if you know like little streamers who don't get that much of an audience. Hang on. I can't play that card. I was curious about the work. Oh, what's this guy's voice? Oh, I was curious about the work of our new wielder, so I came to observe. It's interesting to compare your choices with your predecessors. You certainly have a very personal style. I have a personal pan style. Oh, okay, down's gonna go there. But there's a whole other zone over there. Pickle told me there was a problem at the Wielder Tower and Luncheon, so I should probably just go there. Alright. I'll be back. Oh. Oh, I bet you can't get up there because that's what the thick line says. But, question. No. Okay. Right. Jumpies. Alright, we have jumpies now. Dang. Pizza, you got some jumps. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay. Well, because the colors is coming back to the titles. Those were not in color the first time, right? Because I'm bringing color back to the world, I guess. Dinners, potluck. Luncheon. Zoom. Whoa! Yeah, wait, hang on. That sky ain't right. And that's a lot of, That's a lot of dark cloud. Which was the dark cloud where you played golf in the dungeons? That's the one I need to play. God, I am constantly looking for other stuff I can climb now. Oh, hey, it's my house. I gave myself a little house with a SNES so we can play Tetris Attack and a carpet and a bed. Then I got all that cool stuff. Hey, I've got cool stuff. I want sunflower clock. Oh, it's like a big stand-up clock. Okay. I think right there will do well. Anything, those are gates, lights. Yeah, a candle would be good. Let's put that like here. Seats, used floor. I don't want a germ rug though. You know what? Chicory's going through a lot right now. But Chicory's still my friend. So of course I'm going to put her gift art for me on the wall. Also this witch poster. I guess I'm not going to be able to have a fireplace anymore. So I love this classic painting. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this was just my original blueprint, I guess. Ooh, purple. No, red. All right, good to check in. Oh, actually, I should check in on the kids' house. Also, I just don't want to go over the egg. It looks so scary. Something's going on. I think Chicory's sick. Sorry, let me take that read again. Yo, I think Chicory is sick. Oh, not good. My guy, I don't have any kind of top moon yet. Antique set, sweet set, camp set. Hey, Beans. Hey, check it. The kids helped me move more stuff out. If you want some, it's yours. If you like any of these sets, just interact with it and I'll hand it over. Look, I'm not sure what that means either. Sweet set looks sweet, but normally I don't like antique furniture styles, but something about the art style of this game, I'm pretty into it, especially because I can color it whatever color I want. Look, now we'll have like a normal, it doesn't have to be a germ carpet. All right, I'll be watching the kids inside. If you find 4 more, I'll move more stuff out. Thank you. I'm a casual. There's so many kids. Wow, and this really is like just 1, 2, 3. Okay, beans. It's getting tight in here with all these kids. If I get 4 more, I'll clean out more. Did I? Oh. They're sort of sent automatically. Okay. All right. Chicory, I'm coming. Don't you fret, Chicory. We had words, but I'm still your friend. You're still my friend, and I'm gonna help. It's the Wielder Tower. Hey, remember what? Zip. No paint diving in the house. I'm almost surprised there's not like something secret in here that we just would not have noticed at the very beginning of the game. Oh my god, that's Blackberry's portrait. I guess everybody did a self-portrait. Blackberry, Chicory. Oh, everyone else was kind of goofy. Oh, this is very good. You see, oh yeah, all right. Just thinking about it now, like, not every wielder has been a fine artist. A lot of them are... I mean, look at this one. So being a wielder has never been about art talent, actually. I mean, you tend to get it, but that is some sort of stone or bread bunny. You know what? These should all be in white, so that way I'm not tinting and recoloring the original intent of the designers. Yes, these are the things I think about. What of it? Let me be. I'm the custodian of this wielder tower. No, pizza doesn't strike me as a custodian. A custodian, I feel like, is like when the tower changes hands, the custodian is, or you know, when land changes hand, the custodian is somebody who is exchanged with it. It's like, no, nobody knows how old the custodian is. He's just, you know, he's just always been with the house, no matter who owned it or lived in it. And like, considering, you know, how off Pizza's take on the role of wielder was, I'm like, oh no, Pizza, this feels like a gig for Pizza, you know? God, yeah, no, some of these are like, yeah, that looks better. I wonder if this is going to come up somehow, because like, really, you look at this one, and it's just like, man, like, Pizza, you're doing all right. I don't think you got anything to worry about, honestly. Chicory? Can you hear me? Are you okay? Listen, brah, I can answer that. No, Chicory's not okay. So not okay that she probably is unable to reach out for help right now. Oh, okay, you got it. No, okay, good. You get it. You got it. I mean, I know you're probably not. Chicory, something horrible is going on. Like, there is a voice that just naturally, like, comes to me when voicing between Pizza and Chicory. Because, like, damn, yo. The Black Forest is sprouting everywhere. And it's starting to look and talk like me, too. It isn't safe here anymore. Please. You have to come out. Chicory? Are you... Oh. Oh. The door's open. Did Chicory already leave? Kind of. No, it's... Yo! It doesn't even work right. Yo. Okay, I feel like there could be something to be said here for the ability to create is not inherent to having the tools of creation. That in order to create, will alone is sufficient. Or at least emotion alone. Huh. That's ours. It's inverted, but that's ours. She hung it up. Oh. She hung up ours and we hung up hers. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's getting to me. It's the painting I did of Chicory. I didn't think she'd really hang it up. Yeah, no, you see my... Oh my god. Oh my god. It's getting me. It's getting me. Check it out, folks. You're watching me get got here live on twitch.tv/EliteCoop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, in the bed. You came back. Chicory, you need to get out of this tower. It's not safe here anymore. Something horrible is happening here. I'm what's happening here. I told you. All of this came from me. I'm just a broken, messed up person. You can't save me from this. The sooner you abandon me, the better off you'll be. Chicory, none of that's true. The last time I saw the darkness, Why won't you listen to me? It's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. Chicory? Yo, this is rad. Yo, this music slaps. Also, again, I know what I said before, but the idea of like Chicory, please listen. This darkness isn't just you. It started looking and speaking like me too. It must be something else. Then why did it all come out when I had the brush? Why did the color all vanish? You think you did that? No, but... Stop making excuses for me. My entire reign as a wielder was a mistake. The only good thing I ever did was pass it on to you. Fuck, man! I'm gonna die during this because my eyes are getting too watery to see the screen clearly. Please forget about me. I'll just make everything worse. Oh boy. Hey, remember like an hour ago when I said that the talk to defeat the actual Chicory's inner demons would probably be abstracted into like a video game boss fight? But also, I thought the writers were smart enough to know that, like, this kind of thing isn't solved through combat, but through a conversation. And it's something that you just have to, like, work through, and you can't beat into submission. And the fact that, like, A, they're doing that spot on. A.1, I'm gonna take some pride points for, like, nailing the where we were going here. 2, I hadn't considered that in the abstraction to video game boss battle, the straight up, like, mapping of, or abstracting, yeah, it's hard for me to talk right now. The straight up abstracting of, you are dodging somebody who is lashing out in every direction. So that's why you're protecting yourself. But also, because the path to success is not through fighting but just through talking, there's nothing offensive for me to do here. It's just to sort of, like, protect myself as Chicory is lashing out. Like, literally overcome and dragged down and overpowered by her own inner demons. And just stick in there and stay with her long enough. And try to give her whatever perspective she needs to counter the lies that her inner demons are telling her. And just staying with her and talking with her, like describing this boss fight feels like the description of this boss fight is very much exactly how I would describe actually trying to support someone who's struggling. It's like, yes, they are going to lash out, and you don't just let them hit you, whether they're doing it out of, like, anger or incidentally or whatever. They are going to lash out. You don't let them hit you. You also don't give up on them. You kind of just let them tire themselves out and then pick them up when they fall down. You know, when they wrote this game, they knew some fucking shit. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is part of why I could never be an actor, because I either don't actually empathize with the emotions that are trying to be shown, or I get it way too hard and I cannot continue to do anything but feel the emotion inherent. You really think I'm a better wielder than you? Of course you are. But I saw that part of you in the swamp. You said you regretted giving the brush to me. I regret a lot of things. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'd say something so stupid. It's just another mistake. Nothing good comes from me. Why would you even want me around? Again, what we're watching here is not our fight. It's watching her fight. Fuck. Just go. You're better off without me. All these problems came from me. I don't care where they came from. I can't face it all alone anymore. I need your help. I won't abandon you. So stop asking me to. Please. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. Just breathe. You've seen yourself in there too? Yeah. It spoke like it was me and said stuff I was thinking. So something came from me. But if it came from you, and from me too, then it's from something common between us. It must have been the brush. The brush? When I was wielding the brush, it's like it was connected to me. The more my bond with it grew, the more I could do with it. To shape and color reality. To shape and color reality. But I wonder if it made more things real than just that. Pizza. I'm so sorry for whatever you heard in the swamp. That's not who I want to be. When those corruptions talk to me, it's like all of my self-doubts come to life. Reminding me of every mistake I've made. Chicory, you're so much more than that. It hurts to hear you talk about yourself that way. I forgive you. I just wish I could help. Well, more than that. I want to be your friend. I thought by now you hated me. I thought you hated me! I'm so sorry. I just dropped you into this giant mess. I need to be better. I'm going to try. But I need you to wield the brush. But no, you keep talking with her until you're done. Oh, God. Like, this is actually the way these conversations go. I can't even get into it now for, like... depth and emotional reasons. Just, like... Games don't get this deep into topics that are so heavy and deep and difficult and... like, traumatic. Like... I never played That Dragon Cancer, but, like... Jesus. Alright. Whoa! You don't even get the pickup animation. You just touch it, chapter over. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. We're done for the night. I can't handle it anymore. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have had these conversations. I have been on both sides of this conversation, and this is. I don't know if the brush is going to be like a direct metaphor for something, or if it's just going to be the MacGuffin that lets them get away with telling the story, because dealing with this shit is like a lifelong, ongoing process. It's not stuff that really gets resolved. It's something you deal with and you manage, and maybe you get better at it, and maybe you struggle with it forever. And unless you're an MMO, you can't really go with the struggle with it forever version of this story, I guess. Um, like, to choose this as the focus of your story and to get it so spot on, lifelike right. If we weren't a cute dog named Pizza, I don't know if I could have any more of a day after this, because that would be too realistic, that it would just hurt, just ruin, just bullseye on the memories of the pain and the hurt and the trauma and the trying to work things out. And even the part where it's like you the lashing out has used up all of your energy, and all you have left is like a mess quietly breathing. And that's the final point where it's like the lashing out is over, and you can start to, like, not even like you start to believe, you start to hear the things, the help. You finally realize that help is here and it is trying to get you. You don't notice when you're in the middle of that. And it's finally like you you return to reality, and you catch up and you're like, holy shit, you're here, you've been helping me. I had no idea. And both sides apologize. Like, just straight up, that is the way that shit goes. Oh god. So even the fucking the fact that it's super cartoony, cute animal world, like, has to have been just like an intentional choice to be thematic, because it's like, hey, this is the only thing, like, we are going to go so real with this that this is the only thing that's going to keep it from being like crushing, is the fact that it's like cute cartoon animals, to be enough to like keep you from fully dying to it, you know, or something. I don't know. Folks, I don't even want to go back to the chatting screen, because I'm sure I look like a mess right now. So that being said, thank you very much for hanging out. I had fun tonight, and I hope you did too. I don't. I hope you didn't have exactly what I had, but holy shit. Go go tell your loved ones that you love them, and then to go watch something that's funny. Go watch a funny standby for you that always makes you feel good. That's what I'm going to do. I hope you have a wonderful night and a good rest of the weekend. And I will, until the next time I see you, take care of one another.